Be honest. When was the last time you scrolled through Instagram or LinkedIn and thought, wow, everyone else is crushing it except for me? You see the big flashy launches, the perfect websites, the client success stories, and suddenly that little voice starts creeping in saying, they're miles ahead and I'll never catch up. Sound familiar? Well, that, my friend, is comparison. And it is one of the fastest ways to drain your motivation and disconnect you from your own success. But here's the truth: comparison does not tell the whole story because you are seeing someone else's highlight or reel, not their late nights, not their failed launches, and certainly not their own inner doubts. Plus, I always like to remind my clients that you really don't know how successful or certainly how profitable someone else's practice is by looking at things from the outside. So today I'm going to show you how to let go of comparison and redirect all that energy into building your confidence, your clarity, and your own momentum. Hi there and welcome. I'm Lesli Bitel, business strategist and mentor for integrative and functional medicine and nutrition practitioners as well as coaches. And I help you to build a business that works for you, not against you, so that you can serve more people, earn more income, and actually enjoy your work again and your life. All right, step one, limit your inputs. So, the more time you spend scrolling, the more opportunities you give your brain to compare yourself to others. So, if you're spending, let's say, an hour a day watching other practitioners share their programs or talk about client wins, of course, you're going to start questioning yourself. That's an hour reinforcing the belief that you're way behind. So, let's shift from consumer of content to creator of content. Maybe set time limits like 15 minutes, maybe twice a day or once a day. Protect your mental energy so you can invest it into creating your own content instead of consuming everybody else's. And ask yourself this: if you cut your, let's just say, your scrolling time in half, what could you build instead with all that extra time? Step two, reframe those success stories. So when you see someone else doing really well, your first thought might be, oh, I'll never get there. But what if instead you thought to yourself, well, if they can do it, it's proof it's possible for me too. Someone else's success is not your failure. It's evidence that the result that you want can be achieved. So instead of comparison and comparing yourself with others, how about getting curious? What exactly do I admire here? What is it? Their message, their consistency, their connection? Use that as inspiration, not intimidation. Three, define your own version of success. So, comparison thrives when your goals are unclear. Maybe you see someone else scaling a massive program and you think, oh my gosh, I should be doing that. But do you actually want to do that? Because success really does look different for everyone. For one person, maybe it's a seven-figure business. For another, it's working 3 days a week and being present with their family and having enough time for self care. When you define success on your terms, you stop running someone else's race and you start winning your own race. How's that sound? Step number four, practice gratitude and reflection. Comparison focuses on what's missing. Gratitude reminds you of how far you've come. So here's a simple practice. How about keeping a progress journal? So every week, jot down three small wins, maybe a client success story, a kind email, or simply following through on something that scared you. Over time, you'll start to see just how much progress that you have made, and that builds unshakable confidence. All right, so let's bring all of this home, shall we? First of all, remember, comparison is normal, but it doesn't have to control you. Instead, you can limit your inputs and make a conscious decision to limit the amount of time scrolling or looking at other people's stuff. Instead, focus on creating your own helpful content and maybe asking yourself, who can I help today? Reframe other people's success as proof that it's possible. Number three, define success on your own terms. And remember, practice gratitude for how far you've come. So here's my challenge for you. How about taking 5 minutes today and writing down maybe one area where you've grown in the past year? It could be big or small. Celebrate it because your path really is valid, valuable, and certainly uniquely yours. And if today's message gave you something to think about, please hit that like button. It really helps these videos reach other practitioners just like you. And be sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss the next video, especially the ones in our Money and Mindset series. So, for more tools and resources to help you grow your confidence, be sure to visit me at lesliebitel.com. And I can't wait to see you next time. And remember, your only comparison is the version of you from yesterday.